Alright, what's up y'all, it's LakerFan here. As you can see by the title of today's video, we have the Zion Williamson build in NBA 2K23, 6'7", 270 pounds, 7'4" wingspan. Now I know he is listed at 6'6", 280, which is absolutely unreal. Like, that's not even human-like, first of all. That's unbelievable. To be fair though, I guess low-key, there are defensive linemen in the NFL that are like 6'3", 330 pounds, so low-key, it's not that wild, but to play basketball like that is crazy. But anyway, we made a couple modifications though, because I feel like he low-key is 6'7" just by looking at him and the way that he plays, and it emulates him a whole lot better, if you ask me, than to be 6'6". So anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you do, to drop a like, sub if you're new to them noties, all that good stuff, and let's try this one to 2,000 likes total. So as you can see, he actually, if you guys don't know, is left-handed too. I always make my players left-handed, but I made the Luka one right. You know, I'm trying to get into this NBA player kind of niche. I'm trying to get with that Joe Knows, Uncle Demi stuff. We're trying to simulate the real life aspect of it. So anyway, 6'7" and 270 pounds. As you guys probably heard in the Luka video, I called Luka like thick. This dude, Zion, is thick, like super crazy heavy. So 6'7", 270 on the weight, burly, and then 7'4" wingspan. He probably doesn't actually have 7'4" wingspan, but either way, it's just, again, gonna emulate his play style. So as you can see, 90 driving layup, 75 close shot. I think this might be a bit low personally, and you guys might be thinking like standing dunk is quite a bit low too, but this is a very balanced player right here with Zion, obviously. So we're gonna have to budget a couple things. Personally, standing dunks, you can get 45 and get some really solid packages, and most of the time you're gonna just get standing dunks off the fact that your driving dunk is getting you them, and you can actually equip some packages that are just gonna give you standing dunks too with the driving dunk that you have. So just keep that in mind. He's gonna be able to get gold posterizer, and obviously we went for that Hall of Fame bully to get that 95 strength, which is very capable when you're 270 pounds for sure. So this is gonna just thrash people out the way. As you can see, I did not max his ball handle with this build. We obviously could take away from a couple factors on this, but I don't think Zion is really the type of dude to have 89 ball handle anyway. If you wanted though to go super crazy on the ball handle and maybe drop something like post control off completely because you're maybe trying to play for competitive reasons, or maybe you're trying to take standing dunk off, I guess go for that too. But personally, I want to let you guys know, like, having post control when you are lacking in ball handle can really save the day for you in this game. I mean, post scores just in general are crazy, but to be able to just turn your shoulder if you are out of adrenaline, if you're out of just being able to dribble and just absolutely back down a smaller defender who's on you, really does go a long way, to be honest with you. But again, the bailout of having 90 driving layup too, you're going to get long athlete at 88 driving layup. Decided to go 90 just for this extra badge point, as you can see, and you're going to be able to just destroy people with long athlete and Hall of Fame bully and all types of crazy stuff with the 95 strength too. We got all the contact dunk packages with 93. We got gold posterizer. It's going to go crazy, bro. It's absolutely going to dominate. I would say one thing though. 10 shooting badges is going to be tough to play with. I think it definitely simulates Zion though. He's not the greatest shooter ever, obviously, and honestly, he's very not known for his mid-range either, so I don't think this is really doing him dirty. He's also not an elite passer, so me personally, I feel like his playmaking is like simulating him pretty good. Defensively, we have 80 block, so we can obviously get some decent chase down artists, as you can see, gold right here, and then we have pretty solid rebounding too. I wanted to give him better O-board than D-board. I think that definitely fits his play style for sure, is to just be able to hawk the offensive rebounds. And as you can see, we unlocked that silver rebound chaser for having the 85. So I think this is definitely very reasonable. I don't think Zion's really the type of dude to have 93 rebounding or anything like that. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe his player actually does have something like that. But anyway, physical freak. I had to go crazy on the physicals. I wish we could have gone more on vertical. This is going to get you enough for contact dunks in any package. 82 is enough for the elite contact dunks off 1, and obviously anything off 2 or pro is lower than that. So easy right there. Realistically, the stamina is probably overdoing it a little bit, and we probably could put more into vertical because of that, but competitively, we're talking like you probably want to create it like this. I think the vertical is going to be perfectly fine with the way that you have your block ratings and your driving dunk ratings, and the fact that you just have crazy strength for that speed combined with it too. I mean, they made it very possible to make Zion in this game. I'm not gonna lie, like, you really do not lose a lot of speed for going super heavy on your build. So something like this is very doable, 100%. But anyway, as for the badge counts, we got 22, 10, 16, and 21 with great physicals too. So where do I think you should put your extra badge points? I think personally into finishing, 22 is a lot, but honestly, like, to get a Hall of Fame bully and get enough limitless takeoff and still get posterizer, you definitely have to put extra badge points in here, because obviously you have to spend your first 10 in the tier 1 and 2. Then you only have 12 left over, so if you go Hall of Fame on this, it's going to be 8. You can core badge this though, and you get those 8 points back, so then you still are back to 12. So then this is where really you need 14 more. So you're gonna have to put 2 badge points on the finishing category at least to be able to get 24, which would then get you gold posterizer, gold limitless takeoff, and Hall of Fame bully. You will be missing Slithery entirely though, but I think that's acceptable, and you could probably get away with it, to be honest with you. But what would I go for, like the tier 1s and stuff like that? Probably stuff like Giant Slayer. You're gonna be attacking tall bigs like crazy. Pro Touch, if you like to go with that layup timing, is a really good badge in this game, but if you want to talk simulating Zion, I mean, the drop stepper and back down punisher is another thing too. Like, you've seen this dude move 7-footers, 7-2s and stuff like that in the league. So definitely back down punisher is something that you would be doing. And who knows? I mean, you really could move people around, but to be fair, I'm gonna be real with you guys. I think the level of back down punisher that you should do in game should only be moving guards around, and you can do that with no back down punisher either. Like, your 95 strength, that'll go away for sure. You don't even need to put this badge on to move guards. And the reason I say that is, like I said, I only put 55 standing dunk and I only put 75 close shot, so it's not the level that you would want as far as like destroying bigs down low. Now for the Giannis build that I actually created myself and have fully upgraded now as far as like the close shot rating, it only got 94, and it's very makeable for sure. It's not the contested finisher you would want to just like dominate in the paint with when it comes to the back down punisher being applied. For me, Zion defensively is very much about like the chase down blocks, the just block ability in general, the vertical, the rebounding ability that he has as well. A solid perimeter defender, but nothing crazy, obviously. But anyway, as far as takeovers go, this lets you get sharp. I would never run sharp on a Zion build, but if you want it to maybe be able to make you shoot better, even though you only have 75 3-pointer and like 10 shooting badges, you could do that, obviously. But I mean, low-key, his first game, I remember it. He went like, what, 6 for 6 from 3 or something crazy like that? Like, I don't even remember, but anyway. Obviously, we went with double finishing moves right here. You, for any reason, could go ahead and just throw glass take on or playmaker takeover, whatever you want to do, but I just feel like double finishing moves probably simulates him pretty good. And actually, for his player comparisons, we even have Zion smack dab in the middle. So as you can see, Josh Smith, shout out to Josh Smith, that was a dude coming up back when I was watching basketball at the very beginning. But then even Draymond too, which is really weird to compare Draymond to even Zion Williamson and Josh Smith. But anyway, going into the test builder, like I said, you're going to want to at least put 2 extra badge points on when it comes to finishing, just so we can get all 3 of those like tier 3s right here. So we'll go ahead and just make the cuts and just showcase what I decide to put on. Alright, so with the finishing, I probably could have gone masher, to be honest with you, and you still could if you don't want limitless, but I'm telling you, being a slasher and not having limitless takeoff is a bad idea. I don't think you should do that. So as you can see, we have 5 badge points available still, and if you put those 2 extra into the finishing, you can obviously get this on gold eventually, because as you can see, like, it's simple math, 5 plus 2 equals 7, so there you go. Just imagine that's there pretty much, or we can just throw this on bronze and just picture that it's gold, because you can get that obviously if you put those extra 2 on. So other than that, I'm telling y'all, I really think you're going to want Acrobat with Zion. Like, you are going to have that long athlete package with absolute crazy strength and absolute crazy bully ability and stuff like that. Acrobat is going to pair with it insane, and you're going to be just hop-stepping dudes like crazy, just bashing them out the way. So I think it's very smart to go with that gold Acrobat. Don't sleep on it. I'm telling y'all, it's not just for layups by any means. So anyway, then you have Giant Slayer, just attack bigs in a very manageable way. You being a 6'6" kind of inside, or 6'7" inside that this build is, you definitely want to be able to have some Giant Slayer. I think like you're really going to want that. Pro Touch we have on silver. Maybe debatably, if you didn't want to go Giant Slayer, you could take it off and go Hall of Fame Pro Touch. Again, I think Pro Touch is a really good badge in this game. And if you have layup timing on, obviously, I mean, if you don't have layup timing on, don't put this badge on. It's really as simple as that. Bronze Rise Up, Bronze Drop Stepper, and Bronze Back Down Punisher. I think honestly with the tier 1s, it makes a lot of sense to just run some bronze badges. It's something you want to be good at. Like, so if you want to get some standing dunks to pop off, Bronze Rise Up does not hurt you. Like, to have it in tier 1 is really convenient. Bronze Drop Stepper, again, does not hurt you, and Bronze Back Down Punisher will still help you probably take care of those wings and stuff, those 6'7" and 6'8" type builds where you can kind of move them around a little bit. Alright, so with shooting, I'm not gonna lie, you don't have a whole lot of options. I definitely want Green Machine maxed out though. I think you need that in this game, personally, especially for a build like this. Like, you have to green to be able to hit in this game, and with 75 3-pointer, it might be a little tougher. So, what I want to do for you guys, I want to just let you know, I think with this build, what is smart to do, because you can't get any tier 3s, because you don't have very many shooting badges. We only have 10, and obviously that means we cannot get a single tier 3. So, like, no limitless, no deadeye, no blinders. You're not hitting contested. That's really as simple as that, and we're not fading. So really, and you're not shooting from deep, so that wouldn't simulate Zion anyway. So 10 badge points is plenty enough as far as doing that. But silver green machine. I want to talk about clutch shooter and comeback kid though. Realistically, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know whether it like simulates him or not in real life, that this is the factor, but I will say, from a competitive aspect, you could definitely just continue to mash with this build and just absolutely destroy people on finishing. Then when it gets to late game, let's say you're down, right? You're down by like 18 to 19 or something like that, and you need a 3 to win the game. Well, check this out. Now you got clutch shooter, you got comeback kid, both these are activating on gold. We got claymore and guard up, and then green machine activated as well. Obviously, maybe not all of them will always pop up in those situations, but what I'm saying is, I think clutch shooter and comeback kid could definitely help you by quite a bit. And to be fair, I don't know when comeback kid activates. For all I know, if it's literally every single moment of a game that you're down, like even from 3 to 0, then if that's the case, it actually could be a kind of broken badge. I'm not gonna lie, like especially if, like, let's say maybe you're playing with casuals. I don't know who's making this build or using this build. Like, I don't know who I'm speaking to out there, to be honest, so who knows. But either way, it's just something that I thought could be more convenient than, say, volume shooter, slippery off ball, mini magician, amped, you know, like to run corner specialist or catch and shoot, anything like that, space creator. It just, none of it made sense to me. So I figured, why not just put something on that you could maybe like not shoot the ball so willingly early in the game, but then late in the game, if you just have to, like, absolutely want to look for that 3-pointer, then boom, here you go. Like, late in the game, it's gonna fire off like crazy. Alright, so with Zion, I wanted to put a lot of slashing badges on as far as the playmaking goes. So like hyperdrive, that's a must. You're going downhill very often when you're on this build. Like, you are going to be going straight to the hoop. And again, pair this with bully, pair this with super high strength. I think hyperdrive is going to go crazy. Quick first step, you definitely want. Unpluckable, obviously we want like 100%. And then clamp breaker, again, to me, is a very slasher-esque badge. I mean, as you can see, at the very last part of it, it says, and drive by opponents as the ball handler. So literally, I mean, this is literally like the blow-by badge. And you pair that, again, with bully, it's going to absolutely go crazy. So personally, I think it's a pretty good playmaking badge count for him. Solid quick first step. The only thing that we don't have is handles for days, obviously, but honestly, as a slasher, I think you can definitely manage without having that. Mismatch expert to get past the bigger players. Post playmaker, if you want dimer instead of that, go for it. I mean, it's the same difference no matter what you go about it. And again, I don't think ankle breaker is really his style. I don't think needle threader is really like a big thing for him either. Break starter, I don't know, maybe. It depends on how much you're really planning to rebound. And you know what, y'all, I don't really like the idea of these tier 3s for this. I think they're way too expensive, and I can only get them in like bronze or silver, or really, for that matter, just bronze. And it's not worth putting them on. So what I'm going to do, low-key, instead, is go gold chase down, because obviously we know Zion's about that chase down life. Silver rebound chaser, that's a very obvious one too. Gold workhorse. Hall of Fame on brick wall and box out beast. And then we have bronze on ankle braces, pick dodger, silver pogo stick, as if anybody's played with Zion on reg teams, or like if you do drafts with your boys or anything like that, you know pogo stick is a thing with Zion for sure. And again, I think even brick wall and box out beast simulate him pretty well. Rebound chaser on silver. I mean, all this stuff is pretty identical, and I'm glad that you can actually get a lot of these in a low tier badge where it doesn't cost very much, opposed to if it were in tier 3, it'd be so much harder to get. And really, you don't need clamps on Zion, you don't need interceptor, challenger, anything like that. It's very understandable and very realistic to do this. So anyway, that's all for the video. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, to drop a like, sub if you're new, tell them noties, all that good stuff. Like I said in the intro, let's try to 2,000 likes. And other than that, if you made it to the end of the video, put Zion in the comments, show support your man all the way through. And hey, let me know if you guys want to see more of these NBA player videos. I'd like to think I'm doing a decent job at them, or a pretty good job for that matter, just trying to simulate real life with them and trying to make it so that you can do that in the game, but also for that matter, just trying to get you on good builds that can actually still be competitively used, or to be able to still win games as well. So I'm trying to bridge the gap between those two things at the same time. And let me know how you guys feel about seeing more of this stuff on the channel. And I'm sure I'll continue to improve at, you know, simulating stuff like that. I feel like I have really good NBA knowledge. I stay in tap with the NBA for sure, like really, really tight. Not quite as much as the NFL. I'm a big football head. But anyway, like I said, feel free to leave some feedback, and that's all for the video. Hope you all enjoyed, and take it easy, man. Peace.